Next, we have these presentations by the demand drivers. Okay, and first we have Aimin from the Singtel Consumer Group. Aimin is a senior manager for the Singtel prepaid mobile marketing, and she will be sharing with you on the requirements of they're looking at the applications in the prepaid mobile and also tourism. Yeah. So let's welcome Aimin. Thank you. Yeah. And so just one sec. There's also be a Q&A after the presentation, so we just answer some questions after each speaker. Yeah. Let's welcome Aimin. Yeah. Thank you.
Are they getting a copy of our presentations?
We'll look at the website.
Hi, good afternoon, everyone. Thank you for coming to today's session. So, as mentioned, my name is Aimin. I'm from Singtel Consumer Group, and my the core product will be in prepaid marketing. So, before I go into the two applications that we are looking to develop, just a very brief background on Singtel and why we are going to these two applications. Okay, as you can see from here, today in Singapore we have 7.7 million lines, which is actually more than the number of people in Singapore. So everyone probably has 1.5 lines or 2 lines. And Singtel's market share for postpaid and prepaid customers would be 46% of the market. Now, interestingly, between our lines, the postpaid and prepaid, we are about 50-50%. So prepaid customers are an important part of our business as well. So when we look at a very saturated market situation, where can we go next? Which will be the growth of revenue. We want to increase our share of the customers' wallets, and therefore as we see the industry change, as we see people's needs change, we want to get into the mobile application scene, which, of course, there are free apps, chargeable apps. I think most of you will be familiar, iPhone and Android. Over here, just a very quick one. I joined the mobile industry maybe about 10 years now, and the change has been tremendous. When I first joined, you have phones that were so huge and it's just black and white. You're lucky if you get any kind of, pictures on your WAP-enabled screen. And today we have so many things. We have mobile banking, we have videos, fantastic change, more and more smartphones. So the scene has changed, the industry has changed, and people's needs have also changed. Yeah. In Singapore today, everywhere you go, MRT, bus, taxi, everyone is always looking at their mobile phones, right? They're doing something. And so as a whole, Singapore now, we rely very much on data, very much on being connected all the time. However, we have an interesting group of customers, which will be our prepaid mobile customers. Their behavior differs from probably most of us in this room. The current applications do not meet their needs. They're not too data savvy, or they are afraid to use it, or the applications just totally out of their, for example, banking application, not relevant to them. Most of them probably do not have a savings account. So no going to UOB or POSB for their needs. However, they have certain needs, for example, maybe activating of services. So we can put that into the mobile phone. The other service that we are looking at is the all-round tourist application. Today, if you look at the Singapore tourist applications, they are very piecemeal, they're very boring. There's maybe just 2D graphics, and then that's it, full stop. Give you the address, telephone number, call yourself. Okay? So what we want to do is to, riding on this trend of moving to smartphones, even prepaid users are going to smartphones, but they have a different need. So we want to meet that need and help them to move into the digital era. For tourists, we want to make the applications more interesting and engaging, and as well as providing that data platform for them to engage in all these activities. Okay, so the first app I'm going to talk about is the prepaid application. This is for prepaid mobile subscribers. Okay, these are the features that we are actually looking at, that we want in the application. The first would be check balance, expiry, and rewards. Very typical of a prepaid user. I want to know how much money I've left. Every time I make a call, how much have I spent, what is my balance? So they have to be able to do this. They also want to know how many months more to go before I need to top up my card and extend your line. Very typical behavior of prepaid customers. Service activation, for example, I want to buy a data bundle. How do I select, make the option, and pay for the bundle? Quick access to top up. Typical behavior is I go to the shop, I buy a scratch card, or I buy a voucher, scratch it, top it up. We would like to put it on the phone. You can use your Visa card and just pay for it. Location based, I want to know where's the nearest place that I can buy the card. If I don't have a credit card, I want to buy a physical scratch card, then I want to know where it is, and you can show me how to get there. Then number 5, product information and latest promotions. I think that's very self-explanatory. Personalized offers, we would like to, of course, push down offers to the customers via the application. Social media integration, self-explanatory, and then advertising fairness. So we do need a space for this, and this is where the opportunity comes in for rev share as well. Okay, this one, the end screen integration, if we can put this application on the phone, definitely we want to engage customers to have a bit of fun with it, right? So maybe, for example, if you're a Singtel customer, you can go around to the different retailers or different hotspots and then play some games, win some prizes, or have some rewards. So this one we will leave it to you to go and think about it and be creative. The other application that we're looking at is a tourist application. As I mentioned earlier today, the applications are boring. If you have tried the latest one by STB, it's very buggy as well. It keeps hanging, so we definitely don't want that experience. And that one just tells you the website address and then you make your own reservation. No. So we want to package all in one, make it fun, interesting, engaging, and as well as connect with your friends back home. So these are the categories that we are looking at in the application. Of course, Singapore being a food haven, we need to have food and place reviews. Then things to see and do will be your arts, your culture, all the kind of activities. Find it, how to get there. So now you talk about your food and places, but how do you get there? So we want a suggestion where, for example, you're here, can I book a cab for you? If I take a bus, which bus gets there? How long is it going to take? If I take an MRT, where do I go? Search and bookmark functions. If they have decided, okay, I want to go here, 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 then how can we save it into maybe a favorite folder and it's easy for them to retrieve? Definitely privileges. We need something there. We can tie up with all these restaurants or places. Personalized itineraries. This is something... Oh, it's okay. I'm finishing. Personalized itineraries. This one, what we wanted to do, if you go to your Singapore website today, the tourists can actually select where they want to go, and then there's some kind of proposed personalized itinerary. Day one, you do this, how long it's going to take. So we want them to choose where they want to go, and then personalize into their calendar. Then, of course, they have to use the Singtel prepaid to access that. So this one links back to the earlier prepaid mobile application that I was talking about. It doesn't. This application, of course, can run for roaming customers as well. Someone who comes in and happy to pay their roaming data charges, by all means. But we want to also provide them an avenue where they can buy a prepaid card, be able to find a retailer, because being tourists, they don't know where to go. So, of course, then they click, oh, it's the nearest card I can buy from there. So that's why we have the link there. And advertising banners. Oh, I missed out one more. Okay, end screens, definitely. We want tourists to go around and play some games. Make it exciting. Maybe go to the bird park, take the picture of the bird, or go to the MRT and then scan in some kind of promotion. I missed out one more. It's what we want to see here is also to link to social networking. So, for example, I go somewhere, famous restaurant. I ate the chicken rice. I want to take a picture, post it up in my Facebook, and share with all my friends and say that, hey, I've been here. Right? It's different from the apps today. They just tell you where to go, but they don't tell you to share it with your friends back home. So these are the details of the requirements. I'm not going to go through all of it because it's very self-explanatory and it will be on the website, right? Yeah. So basically, this is more explanation of what I've gone through. So what we want from the tourist app is really to engage them in sharing behavior. It's fun. When they go around Singapore, they're going to have fun, but they're also going to tell their friends back home. And then their friends will be excited. They want to come here as well. And then, of course, to save money on data, please use the Singtel prepaid. Yeah. Yeah. That's all I have. Okay. Any questions? Yeah.
To what extent is this an application to provide the framework for functionality versus editorial? Is the app creator supposed to review all the restaurants and start to populate? So that's what it says.
Yeah, you can link to. You can link to maybe InSync or something. Yeah.
Does it brief right up the local route scene?
We can just steal it from STB's website, I think.
Okay, so it's in for only.
It can't be too editorial. I think that would be very boring. This app will target your FIT tourists, free and independent. They like to go around, they want to see things, but what is interesting, just a brief, maybe 1-2 lines, how to get there.
Seem like you got write up pictures of.
Yeah, just 1-2 lines. You don't have to write the whole history. That's fine. You can always link to something else. Yeah.
So, this sounds like it'll be a big undertaking. And, some of these categories, you have startups dedicated to that one specific category. So, for example, there are food dedicated apps.
Yeah.
There are apps dedicated to seeing what to do, what's happening in the location. There are apps dedicated to maps. Wouldn't it be better to just preload some of these apps?
Actually, that's exactly what we found out. The apps are all over the place. That's why we want to put it in one. But you're right, it's going to be big. So let's see who's up for the challenge.
I think one of the reasons why the STB app sucks so much is because it tries to do everything, and the process does nothing well.
I think one of the challenges we have when we communicate to customers is when you say, hey, download one app here, download another app there, download some more here. It's also very painful. Why should I need to download so many? I just need one.
Preload is like if you image the phone with these.
But we're targeting tourists. How do you preload?
I see what you're saying. Yes. Could I also ask, what percentage of your prepaid customers are on smartphones?
At this point of time, I am not sure I can reveal that for prepaid, but I would say it's growing. Yeah. It's if you take an estimate, prepaid customers tend to be 5 years behind the trend, unless you are technology, you're really into this technology thing. There are people who use iPhones. Androids are growing faster than iPhones. Yeah.
This would be for a smartphone then?
Yeah. Of course, you still have like my mom, she uses a black and white, so those can forget it.
Just to add on to the reviews actually the tourists can also put in their reviews as well.
Yeah.
So it's not just from the app's review, the tourists get a chance to add on the reviews.
I mean, you can creatively link out so you don't overload the app. We have InSync. Maybe for Singtel we have InSync, so you could also talk to them and see how you can, do a linkage rather than load everything onto the app.
Would you consider like an app aggregator? So like there's like one app, and then within the app you preload.
If it meets our needs, I don't see why not. Yeah, but it's just that currently we don't find the existing apps attractive.
Have you looked in the market locally?
Sorry?
Have you looked in the market locally?
Yeah, it was.
Because there's an app downstairs that does exactly what you want, except for maybe a few your Singtel specific features?
So far, the ones that I've tried, I mean, the closest to it, like, you know, I mentioned is the STB one, but which was very buggy. Like you said, they tried to do too many things. But some of the categories you go in, there's nothing. So we don't want that situation as well.
So, just as a curiosity, how does it work? You pay for the development, and then you have all the intellectual property, or what's the I'm just not sure how the process works. We submit a proposal.
I think the details we will discuss further at the workshop. You have other venues for you to address the details, and maybe you can even during the networking session also. Because I mean, this is only the initial, but it's paid requirements. So let's take that first. Maybe I can.
Okay.
Okay, that's actually quite a valid question in my view, because you need to be clear where your funding is coming from. I think firstly, this particular workshop we're looking at trying to match the demand drivers with the technology partners. So if there's a low-hanging fruit, say for example, if you already have something that's very close, then Singtel will probably consider licensing it from you. I mean, basically, it's a commercial deal. If it's something that needs development work, for example, it may be a longer-term development, 6 months, then probably we have to put you on one of the MDA schemes, provided your proposal is selected. So that's why Desmond was saying that after the first round, when we shortlist the companies, we will know what deals each company will be looking at. So we also don't want to look at it too early, because there'll be a different range. Some of them are more ready to go. Some of you may have to do some development work, and then you will have to look at different methods and means of getting the funding. Okay, I hope that answers your question. Okay. Thank you. Yeah.
Thanks, Ivan. Yeah, thank you.